What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So yesterday we did some long-lasting, very powerful designer fragrances, and as expected, the clone version was requested. There's also a part 2 for the designers and so on. So some content to work on. So we got to spread out the designer one. So we're going to work on some clones. Popular topic on this channel. Never seems to fail. And there's a lot of them. A lot of them tend to last really long. It's one of the reasons they're very popular. But these are 10 of my personal favorites that I actually recommend to check out that are just super long lasting. Of course, a lot of them come with some real power to come off the skin as well, typically when they're long lasting. Usually that goes hand in hand, not always the case, but in these cases, that's definitely the case. So there's links down below if you want to check any of these out. But let's dive into these 10. Stay tuned. Starting with a fragrance that comes from a line full of monsters. I could have picked any one of them from the Hawas line. We're talking Hawas Kobra, a surprising personal favorite of mine because I'm not a big Louis Vuitton Imagination guy. There's a little bit of a twist on it because this one I find to be a bit creamier. It's aromatic, watery, citrusy green. It's musky. It's got all those elements, but I find it to be a bit creamy and heavier on this woody element versus any of the other clones of it and actual imagination. So that's kind of the little twist that I get from it. And it makes me enjoy it quite a bit. Of course, it's still soapy clean, you know, not as soapy as some of the other ones like Aqua Dubai, for example, or Blue Spice is obviously a bit spicier. There's others with different twists, but this one, hands down, my favorite. Crazy long lasting. This is going to be on your skin all day. It's really stout. It's really, really strong and projects. It's straight up beast. Projects. It's got great lingering sillage, and it's super long lasting. So be wary of it. You don't need a lot of sprays with this one. This is over sprayers beware. You're going to choke everybody out, including your desensitized nose, because you spray heavy all the time, so your nose is used to it. But maybe those around you, maybe not so used to it. So be mindful because this stuff is strong for the money. Rasasi Hawas Kobra. Supposed to be cloning Creed Centaurus. I find it's a little bit of Creed Centaurus with a little bit of Mancera Red Tobacco. It is Rayhaan Crimson. This stuff is super freaking potent. Sweet, spicy, aromatic, earthy, woodsy, very, very rich and robust, almost syrupy like sweetness to go with spice and earthy tones and tobacco leaf. Some good stuff. Now look, do I think it's as good as Creed Centaurus? Hell to the no. But not everybody wants to spend Creed Centaurus money. I get that. So is this a great alternative? Hell to the yeah, that it definitely is. You're not going to get a one-to-one match here in scent profile. Anyone that tells you they can't tell a difference, they just don't have a good nose. And that goes for any of you watching. If you can't tell the difference, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. You just don't have a really good nose for this kind of stuff because there's clear differences here, but also clear similarities. You can tell they were walking that path. I find it's more of a twist, kind of hybrid, inspired by fragrance, more so than a direct clone or copy. But for the money, it's a great one to go after, especially if you're looking for some serious power and longevity. It's like $40. It's a banger. It really is. It's a straight up banger. And then if you never tried Creed Centaurus, you have no idea how much better the original multi-$100 fragrance is anyway. So if you don't have it to spend, it's okay. Stuff like this smells great, will get you some compliments, and has serious staying power. Again, from Rayhaan, we've got Crimson. Plum, a little earthy, sweet, almost like a Cocoa Puffs kind of sweetness that I get from this. Has chocolate vanilla kind of theme. Smells like an Initio Paragon. It is the hyped Vintage Radio from Lattafa. There's a lot of people that love this fragrance. This stuff got serious longevity. It's a really thick fragrance, so sillage is no problem. You don't have to spray a lot to get it to scream off the skin. There's another one that's really strong. I tell you, as it ages, that plum fruitiness comes out more and more and more. Not so much as in the original, at least for me. I've only smelled Paragon like twice. I remember it being fruitier than this overall, but as time has progressed and this has continued to mature, it has had the plum come to life a bit more. But again, it's more so on that earthy, creamy, sweet side of things. Really strong stuff, really easy to like, super mass appealing. And like we said, the topic of the show here, performance, power, long lasting. It's got all those things. And it's like 30, 35 bucks, something like that these days. It's good stuff. Lattafa's Vintage Radio. For right around 40 to 45 bucks, for any of you that always liked the original Club de Nuit Intense Man Eau de Toilette, the first one, and were like, that's still the best one. Well, imagine if you took that exact profile. Don't manipulate it at all, because the limited edition Parfum manipulates it a little bit. The Pure Parfum perfume manipulates it a little bit. The EDP really doesn't. But you just straight up crank up the oil concentration without changing the formula. You get Club de Nuit Intense Man Extrait de Parfum. And yeah, this is the true Extrait, the true Parfum flanker to the original's formula. This stuff is stout. It's that super lemon, pineapple, fruity citrus, musky, super smoky, crazy, crazy power in this one. But it does smooth out that lemon because it's a higher oil concentration. The EDP smooths out the lemon a little bit. You get more fruitiness out the limited edition Parfum. You get more earthiness out of the Pure Parfum perfume. The pure oil with the dabber is just, you know, like it says, it's a pure oil lacking the enhancement of opening up the top note of an atomizer with perfumer's alcohol. So it's kind of just something to layer with. I do have all those. The UAE edition, people swear 10 Ways to Sunday. It's different from the EDT. I find it smells just like a maybe slightly richer version of the EDT. But for the money, it comes down to this or the limited edition Parfum. It was kind of a toss-up on which one I was going to feature. So consider me recommending the Extrait and the limited edition Parfum. It just depends. Do you want closest to the original's formula just with a higher oil concentration? Get the Extrait. Do you want fruitier with a higher oil concentration? Go with the limited edition Parfum. But you can't go wrong with either. They're both fantastic. You don't need both. But I felt like this was the right one to recommend to you guys. Club de Nuit Intense Man Extrait de Parfum from Armaf. Speaking of Aventus profiles, Aventus Absolute with some white blossoms, this kind of creamy white floral heart. Afnan Supremacy Collector's Edition. Love the bottle. Love the fragrance. It's not exactly Absolute Aventus, but it has the citruses, the fruits, the spicy elements, the woods. But that little twist is that creamy white floral kind of heart of the fragrance that you have. Doesn't make it feminine or flowery, or powdery is the word I'm looking for, not flowery. But it offers this nice little creamy freshness. It kind of sits in the middle of this fragrance. Great, great longevity. Quality here is really good. Afnan uses some pretty good oils. I'm not going to say niche level stuff, but compared to some of the other Middle Eastern brands, a cut above on the quality. One of the best affordable releases in the last 2 or 3 years. This really is. What a great option. What a great option. If you want closer to Absolute Aventus, I would recommend Club de Nuit Precious. Club de Nuit Precious, number one. However you say it, Precious, Precious, whatever, tomato. That one's very much walking a closer path to Absolute Aventus with the scent profile, whereas this one's got a little bit more of a twist. It's a little bit fruitier. Like I said, it has the creamy white blossoms in the heart. This is it. This is the one. This is the one, and performance is stellar. And I love the cement print in this bottle. Any of you sneakerheads, black cement and white cement 3s, white cement 4s. I mean, it's uncanny with the cement print that's on the bottle. It matches the sneakers almost flawlessly, right? Look at that shit. So sneakerheads are going to be drawn to this bottle right away for that element alone. So a great option. Great option. Supremacy Collector's Edition from Afnan. Yeah, this applies to a lot of the Altair clones, but the king of them, Liquid Brun. You got to feature the best of the bunch, at least opinion-wise. My opinion, of course, best of the bunch. Just so happens to match what we got going on here. I actually have 3 shades of brown. My sweats are a different shade of brown, too. It is what it is. Sometimes it's a little difficult to match browns. What can I say? But Liquid Brun is the creamiest, most vanilla dominant of the bunch. You get the a little bit of spice, hint of the bergamot citrus. Of course, you get the orange blossom, that kind of scratchy, spiced orange blossom smell from the original. But a lot of creamy vanilla here. Super knock your socks off performance. This is a straight up beast. This was hyped to ever live in death for the last like 1.5 years, almost 2 years. About 2 years now, and yeah, It's deserved all of it. It's gotten a ton of love on this channel. Like I said, I could have went with Khadlaj Island Vanilla Dunes. I could have went with Perseveron from Paris Corner. That's a really good one as well. But this is the best of the bunch in my opinion. So yeah, you want power, you want performance, you want verified and justified hype. Check out Fragrance World's French Avenue Liquid Brun. Still the best way to smell like baby cat in my opinion. It's like spot on to the scent profile. It just doesn't match the quality, but the performance is definitely there. Paris Corner's Emir Rifaaqat. Still the king of the baby cat clones in my opinion. Smoky, woody, peppered vanilla. Burnt rubber tire smell, as people have said. I guess I can kind of get where they're coming from, but no, this is a sexy ass fragrance. This stuff's great. I'm telling you, I don't know if I'd have baby cat if I would have got this first. Actually, I did get this first, but then the bishop, shout outs to the bishop, Jared Miller, sent me a decant of baby cat, and then randomly sent me one of his backup bottles too. So like, I was probably not going to buy it because the clone is that good. This is one of those clones where it would have kept me from buying the original, spending $300+ on it. But you know, I got really good friends in the community that want to be generous sometimes. Shout out to Jared, one of my moderators, hooked me up with a backup bottle of baby cat. Now look, is this as good as the original? Close. I'm not going to say yes. Definitely not going to say yes, but I'm going to say close. It gets pretty damn close. It's impressive how good this actually is when you compare it to actual baby cat. Again, you'll smell the quality difference. You will. One will smell much more of luxury, is the best way I could put it. And the other one will smell like a more affordable version, but not by a wide margin. This stuff's really damn good and really damn strong. So if you like smoky vanillas, this is elite stuff. It's Emir Rifaaqat from Paris Corner. The Ambroxan in this gives it elite longevity, screams off the skin. Nose fatigue. Nose fatigue is what it will give you as well. LV Symphony. I like the lemony, gingery fragrances, the bergamot, all the stuff that you get from them. But this one's full of Ambroxan. It's Khadlaj Island Dreams. And that Ambroxan snake, if you like Ambroxan fragrances, this is one of the best ones I've smelled in a while. Super performance. Nose fatigue, though. Nose fatigue. Ambroxan's good for it. Full of juicy citrus, very bright from the ginger, spicier than like Memories of Summer from Paris Corner. That's got more of a lemonade smell, less of the Ambroxan, and the ginger just kind of brightens things up and warms it up a little bit, but it doesn't really add a lot of spice. Whereas here you get a lot of spice from it. It just smells so good. You can wear this year round. Yeah, it's a fresher fragrance, citrus based, but it's got that knife through the cold kind of performance. This is fantastic. Any of you that like blue fragrances, because if it's based around Ambroxan, I'm sorry, it falls in the blue category immediately. This is a good one. This is a damn good one. I had to feature it because I get crazy performance out of this stuff, and it just smells so good. If compliments matter to you, you gotta like the fragrance what you're wearing too. Don't just wear it because you hear it gets a lot of compliments. But if you get a chance to try this one, try this one. It checks all the boxes to fit this category, and I just love the way it smells. From Khadlaj, or Khadlaj, however you'd like to say it, we've got Island Dreams. Spicy, woodsy, leathery, known for having crazy performance in this entire line. We're talking Afnan's 9 p.m. line. This is 9 p.m. Elixir, supposedly similar to Lamal Elixir Absolute. Sure, maybe not as fruity, definitely more spicy and woodsy, has that sweetness that the line is known for. It's kind of more inspired by than clone of. Quality's really good as well. It just smells good. It just smells good. Every single one they've put out has just freaking smelled good. I haven't smelled any of the women's releases, but I got 9 p.m. I got 9 a.m. Dive. I've got 9 p.m. Rebel, and I've got 9 p.m. Elixir. And all four are worth recommending. All four could have went in this video. All four have knock your socks off performance. All four are super cheap. All four smell incredible, and all four have a high probability of getting you some compliments. But the newest one might be the best one. And that's why I featured 9 p.m. Elixir. This last one's buyer beware. Literally, when I grabbed it off the shelf, where it was, I had to literally, because the cap doesn't stay on, you can't pick it up by the cap. I grabbed the cap so I could then grab it by the collar. The atomizer would pull it out, and all I could smell was this. Not just on my fingers, like it hit me as soon as the cap came off. This is one of the strongest fragrances in my over 2,000 bottle collection. This is in the top 10 of strongest, top 5 of strongest. The Mega Mare clone, Lattafa Atlas. I can one spray this fragrance and you'll smell me from a distance. Those of you that have been watching my Sin of the Day Shorts video where I've been talking about fragrances that just scream off your skin and go, hey, look at me! This is one of those. Oh my. Not for the faint of heart. Really rich and strong. Super mega salty. Earthy oak moss. It's an earthy aquatic, basically. It's an acquired taste. Like I always think of Heineken. The first time I tried a Heineken, I didn't like it until about halfway through the Heineken. Then I fell in love with Heineken. I went on a Heineken stint for a while when I was younger. It's like I didn't like it halfway through. Then I acquired the taste. I was like, this is fucking delicious. I should be drinking Heineken exclusively now. This is one of those types of things where once you acquire the tea, you may not like it on first spray. But spend a little bit of time with it and you might fall in love with this shit. You got a plan for this fragrance. This fragrance is crazy. Any of you that have it, please chime in. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. Please let people know. Let the people know down below if you've got this fragrance. Ross ain't bullshitting. This is crazy. You got a plan to wear this fragrance. Don't spray your clothes. Don't do it. Especially like a jacket or a hoodie or something you might not wash right away. Don't do it. Just don't do it. I'll let somebody else in the comments tell you why you don't want to do that. Maybe you can figure it out. But yeah, real performance. Strongest for last. Definitely save the strongest for last. An acquired taste, but if you can acquire the taste, it's one to appreciate. But again, you got to strategize when you're going to wear this one because it is that level of nuclear. It's Lattafa Atlas. Well, that was the 10. We could have did 15. We could have did 20. We could always do a part 2. Let me know down below if you'd like to see a part 2. We will have a part 2 of designers in a week or so. Got to give the first one some room to breathe. Just like if y'all want to see a part 2 of this, we got to give this one a little bit of room to breathe, at least a week or so before we do a follow-up. So I appreciate you guys for checking out the video. There's links down below if you want to check any of these out. Make sure to like and subscribe before you leave. We'll see you on the next one.